Hi everyone, I'm JD Hoovener, the host of the Bold Today Show, where you, the inventor, entrepreneur, or business owner, get your daily dose of inspiration to make the world a better place. We're on day 2 of talking about space. That's outer space for some of you who might not have thought about that right away. This is the technology and innovations that you might be working on to help get us to the limits of space, right? This boundary, this place we can't see when we're walking around the Earth. There's an amazing abundance of knowledge out there, whether it be through planets, through different types of asteroids, colonies. We're trying to figure out what's out there, and we're just scratching the surface. So it's a really exciting place to study. It's one of the passions I have and the most interesting subject matter that I can think of. So your challenge today is to share with the world, share with everyone you know below about what inspires you about space, what might scare you about space. What is it that gets you thrilled about building technology that will impact the world? Today we're still looking at NASA and their public domain website. This is found at technology.nasa.gov/public domain. And we're looking at this patent we found. I found it yesterday. I talked about the initial technology, which is a rocket engine. And this rocket engine is it's a turbocharger, and it does what it does based on condensing and expanding in a heat exchanger environment. And we're not going to look at the claims today. We're going to look at that tomorrow and the next day. Today we're just going to look at the cover page. It's important that you're able to look at published patents so that you can learn to read them, understand what's behind them, so you can build on that technology. This first cover page explains really basic things like what is the date of patenting, right? And so you can see right in the upper right hand corner, March 8th, 2011. That was the date the patent got issued. What does issuance mean? Well, that's when it became enforceable. So if NASA was going to try to enforce their patents and prevent someone or entity from making, using, selling, or importing a rocket engine like this into the commerce and into the world, they could. And they could do it beginning March 8th, 2011. Anytime before that, it still was pending, and their rights hadn't actually issued. So that first day, they're finally able to exclude anyone else from making, using, selling, or importing into the U.S. Another key date you'll see off to the left a little bit is a much earlier date. This is the filing date, right? When they first filed the application. It was way back in 2007. You'll see that. So it's a huge gap. I mean, you can count the number of years. We're talking almost 6 years in pendency. Because of that, there was some delay caused by just arguing back and forth, right? That's called prosecution. When the inventor and the examiner sort of have to come to terms onto what scope of rights are going to be issued under the claim set. But there's also some delay that's caused by the patent office itself, and the government sometimes sits on their laurels and they just got too busy to evaluate this patent. So any time period that the patent sits on the desk of an examiner, that actually will be granted back to the rights holder. So you can see just above the filing date is a discussion about how 899 days will be given back to the inventor on top of that filing date. So normally, an inventor would get 20 years of exclusionary privileges from that 2007 filing date. Well, an additional 899 days are going to be added to that. So they're actually going to get 20 years beyond plus 899 days. Anyway, so I hope this tidbit of patent knowledge helped you out and inspired you to be able to read patent documents with some gusto, right? Be able to actually see what they're talking about, understand what some of the terms mean. It's going to be important about how you innovate in your technology area and move forward. So thank you for tuning in for this version of Bold Today's Show. Hope you'll have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Go big, go bold at boldip.com.